What's going on, everybody? It's Cody here from TideWe. Welcome back to TideWe's YouTube channel. If you are new here, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Today, we're going to be talking about some late season tips that you can use to help you put a big deer on the ground. So the first tip that we're going to be talking about today is scouting. Now, it's late in the season, you're getting snow on the ground, it's really starting to get cold. You have to be able to pattern these deer. So one of the best advantages about having snow on the ground is it makes it very easy to track deer. Following tracks in the snow is going to easily help you find bedding areas, feeding areas, and also transition areas that the deer are heavily using. Once you find all of these things, you can then break out your trail cameras, get them hung up, and really start to dial in that daytime movement that these deer are using. After your traditional gun seasons, deer are going to be spooked. They're going to be wanting to lay low, kind of stay hidden from people, obviously, move at night. So you're going to want to use those trail cameras to really help you dial in the deer movement during the day to give yourself the best opportunity at shooting a deer late season. So here at TideWe, we do have some awesome high quality trail cameras that will help you capture that movement during the day to help you put a big deer in the ground. Also, the best part about these trail cameras is they're very affordable. So you can go buy a bunch of these, your wife, your girlfriend won't get mad at you, and you can have a bunch of these to help you scout, find those late season bucks. My second tip to finding late season bucks is going to be finding thermal cover. Thermal cover are low dense areas, maybe like a cedar swamp or a pine thicket, that's going to really help retain heat down closer to the ground. Deer herds are going to congregate to these areas and use them as bedding areas because they're going to stay warm. Now that we have found those low dense areas, that thermal cover that the deer are using, we're going to go ahead back to the first tip and start scouting that area. We're going to find transition areas that lead to the food sources that those deer are traveling on. Speaking of food sources, we are now going to work on locating those late season primary food sources that the deer are using. So a deer's primary food source will actually shift throughout the seasons of the year. Primary food sources that you're going to find in late season are going to be standing corn, soybeans, or maybe a decent acorn crop as well. So now we're going to go ahead, go back to the trail cameras, look at some of the pictures that we've been getting on our trail cameras, and try to determine when these deer are leaving the bedding areas going to the food source. By checking out your trail cameras and determining when these deer are actually getting up from the bedding areas is really going to determine the location of your hunting setup. The closer to dark that these deer are leaving the bedding areas, thus if they're leaving the bedding area right before dark, you want to be sure that you're setting up closer to the bedding area in order to get that deer or that buck in daylight. Now that we have done the scouting, we found the food sources, we found out where the deer are bedding, we know what time they're leaving the bedding and going to the food sources, we are now ready to hunt these deer. So now that we are in late season hunts, we want to be sure that we're picking the best possible days to go hunt. Tip number 4 is going to be hunting extreme weather patterns. The big reasoning why we're looking at those weather patterns is because it's going to trigger those feeding patterns on the deer. So anytime that you're seeing a big fluctuation in temperature, anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees are going to be those primary days that you're going to want to sit in the evening. Another great time to sit or get out in the tree stand is right before the day of a giant snowstorm. This type of weather will trigger deer into feeding earlier in the day, thus giving you a greater opportunity to harvest a deer. Now that we've been talking about cold temperatures, my 5th and final tip for hunting late season whitetails is staying comfortable in the stand during these cold extreme temperatures. Staying comfortable in the stand and sticking it out in those cold temperatures is going to give you that much better of a chance of harvesting that big buck that you're chasing. So for years, guys have been using heated hand warmers, hand muffs, knit hats, every kind of traditional warm clothing that we've been using, but it is 2021 and TideWe has changed the game, and let me tell you why. Over the past year, TideWe has came out with a great assortment of heated clothing. All of this heated clothing are ran off of lithium-ion batteries that are provided with the heated clothing that you purchase. We have a great line of heated bibs available on our website. We have heated jackets, heated gloves that are sure to keep you comfortable in the stand. But using this heated clothing in that late season cold is going to definitely help you spend more time out in the tree stand. Late season hunting can definitely be difficult, but if you take into account these 5 helpful tips that we provided with you guys today, it will help you increase your odds of shooting that late season buck. Hopefully these 5 tips help you guys get out there, harvest the big buck in the late season. Thank you guys again so much for watching this video. If you liked this helpful tip video, please go down below and smash that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up on this video as well. And if you guys are interested in purchasing any of that heated clothing that we have available at TideWe, you can go to www.tidwe.com or amazon.com to get your hands on some of this awesome heated clothing that we've been coming out with. As always, guys, keep living your passion. Once again, my name is Cody from TideWe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.